Game mechanics. The objective of the game is for the human balloon poppers to eliminate as many balloons placed in the board. Each player will be given at least 10 darts. Each balloon color has a corresponding point value. The more balloons popped, the more points the player will get. If the player accumulates 50 points, she will get a keychain. But if the player accumulates 100 points or more, she will get the chance to choose from small to large stuffed toys. Materials needed. Darts. Large board with 30 inflated balloons. Color-coded balloons. Red equals 10 points. Blue equals 5 points. Yellow equals 2 points. Score sheet. Prizes, keychains and stuffed toys. Instructions. Each player pays 50 pesos to receive 10 darts and start a game. Players will stand 2 meters away from the board. Aim and throw each dart at the balloon board. Tally points based on the color of each balloon popped. Accumulate minimum of 50 points to get a prize. Although the number of darts are limited, there is no time limit in throwing the darts. Player may buy 10 extra darts for 50 pesos. This can give more chances for the player to pop more balloons. Physics applications. Projectile motion is applied when the dart is thrown in an arc toward balloons. The curved path an object follows when it is thrown or launched into the air, affected by gravity and initial velocity, e.g., a dart in midair. Momentum. Dart's momentum affects its ability to pop the balloon. The quantity of motion an object has, calculated as mass x velocity. A heavier or faster object has more momentum. Impulse. When a force is delivered in a short time causes balloons to burst, we see how impulse works. The change in momentum caused by a force acting over a short time, like a dart suddenly stopping when it hits a balloon. Collision. It happens when there is a contact between dart and balloon causes inelastic deformation. Collision. When two objects make contact and exchange energy or momentum. Can be elastic, bouncy, or inelastic, like popping a balloon. Conservation of energy. The principle that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted from one form to another. The total energy in a closed system remains constant over time. Probability concepts. Probability in math. Simple events. A single outcome or event in a probability experiment, e.g. popping a red balloon with one dart throw. Theoretical probability. The likelihood of an event happening based on all possible outcomes, assuming each is equally likely. Tree diagrams, FCP, fundamental counting principle. Tree diagrams show all possible outcomes step by step. FCP helps count total outcomes by multiplying choices at each stage. Fair game analysis, evaluating if all players have a reasonable and balanced chance to win, and if the game doesn't unfairly favor the organizer or player. Binomial model, a probability model used to calculate the likelihood of a fixed number of successes in a fixed number of independent trials, where each trial has only two possible outcomes, success or failure, and the same probability of success. Simple events, chance of hitting a balloon. Theoretical probability, distributing of balloon colors and scoring. Tree diagrams, FCP, to compute point combinations. Fair game analysis, win, loss balance and business profit. Reflections. Describe your experience designing a write-up game proposal. It was my first time to write a game proposal. I consider it as a good experience because it enables me to conceptualize a game design where we apply physics and probability concepts. We normally play different games in amusement park, but we don't really appreciate the math and science concepts behind the game. We just play the game just for fun. How does this output help you understand the topics better? Through the game design proposal, we have better understood how the player can use his/her skills to control or maximize the momentum and projectile motion to hit the target. What science and math concepts did you learn and apply? I learned how the physics concepts like projectile motion, momentum, impulse and collision were applied. It was also interesting to determine the probability of winning and losing in this human balloon poppers. What have you learned about fair games? In designing any game, we always take consideration of the business profitability as well as the fairness of the games. The games are designed to challenge the skills of the players to pop as many balloons as possible. Although based on probability computation, the chances are slim to win the prize if the players will only get the basic 10-dart package. The game is still fair because it gives the chance for the player to avail of more darts to increase their chances of winning a prize. How can one maximize winning your game? Average scoring is not enough. To hit 100 plus points, the player would need to hit all 10 balloons, and all of those must be red balloons, worth 10 points. This is extremely rare since each balloon color is equally likely to appear, 1/3 chance, by more than 10 darts. Thanks for playing.